Now it's Carson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
He'll find Metcalf. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Go.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack there by Rasheem Green. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson eluding the pressure, and he's going to go down again. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Forced out to, and a pressure gets to him again. K.J. Wright, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about one.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chris Wormley able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They run it with Carson. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own side?
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless after one. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check 99. Check 99.
Jackson now. Dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
11 yards there, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Friday.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up second down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And an alley to run. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Check. Check. Hey, hero.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 56. Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. I'm on.
From the gun, it's Jackson being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Mike 56. Mike 56. 56. Mike 56. Right there. Right there. Go.
Now Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56, the mark.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 10, Jackson got him in. It's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
56, 56, 64, 65, 65.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K.J. Wright able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.